Hi everybody, Cees Stolk here with Gnome Homes. So, welcome you for another day here in snowy Alberta. Today we got this lovely poplar fuss that's floating around everywhere. So, you see something float by, that's the reason why it's happening. It's poplar fuss. They're seeding like crazy this time of year. So anyways, today we're going to talk about the Wonder that we're building, which is one of our awesome off-roader kind of sort of trailers. Not as off-road as the Yukon, but it's the Wonder, which starts off, but it comes in a 5x8 and a 5x9. So just so you know that. Anyway, they got a little bit rougher tires on them, as we shown here with the Raceline rims on it. Basically, this is 5x9, fully set up. Customer wanted a custom roof rack on the top here. So what ends up happening with that is, because they got a kit that they have and they want to put it up in the rooftop tent. So it basically made the roof rack a little higher so that the fan can still open up when they're traveling and when they're parked somewhere. So let me give you a good tour of this. It comes with checker plate fenders. The insights on this one, they got the custom made curtains as well, which are removable with magnets. So you can take them, wash them, and then you can have some privacy when you're sleeping. The other thing that this one's got is the front storage box. There's more storage inside of this beautiful trailer here. Here we are inside the trailer, sitting comfortable on a 6-inch thick mattress, memory foam. You see these lovely corner shelves that we got here with hooks on the bottom. When I go camping and I drive, I change my pants when I get to the campground. I always look for my keys. So the nicest thing about these is, you hang them up, and you always know where the keys are. The other thing these corner shelves are awesome for, you can attach reading lights. So if your partner is sleeping, you can have these awesome little reading lights, that pilot little lights, one on each side, for whoever wants to read, and away you go. The other thing that we have here is this awesome remote. You're probably going, what is that? Well, let me show you. This operates our ceiling fan, which allows you to suck air in or air out. We'll just wait for it to stop opening. There you go, sucking lots of air out. And you can turn it down, that's at 100%, and you can turn it down to 10%. Or whatever speed you want. So it's awesome. Max air. So basically it still moves air out when you're camping, especially when you get condensation in your trailer, which is the worst part. So you open up the window a little teeny bit, about this much or however much you want, and it still moves the air out, which is totally awesome because that way you stay dry inside your trailer. Especially when you're winter camping and it gets a little bit colder out, condensation gets even worse. So staying dry is the most important thing. This fan at 10% will keep on moving the air out and you stay still nice and warm. You can also close the hatch a little bit all by hand. You can actually turn down the hatch by moving this knob. So you can open it and close it with the hatch. So there you go, and keeps the air moving. Also has a built-in rain sensor. So the built-in rain sensor, when you're hiking somewhere and your fan is open, it will automatically close when you come back or before you come back, because the raindrops will set it off and it will close it. That's what a rain sensor is for. You can also suck the air in, suck the air out, and it's got thermostat control on it. I think one of the most important things you can have in your teardrop is a proper fan that works really, really well. So that's all I need to say about that. The customer ended up going with our standard Baltic birch cabinets in here, which look awesome with the maple frame in the background. All of our trailers come with the fire extinguisher and also a smoke and carbon monoxide detector. So you're safe. That's the big thing. So here we are. The client also wanted a solar panel. So some people ask, why don't you put the solar panel on the roof or attach it to your trailer? Well, personally, I prefer to park my trailer in the shade. And then this awesome solar panel, it's got about 15 feet of cord. So you can, as the sun turns around during the day, you can place the solar panel wherever you want. It's got a nice long cord with it, and it plugs directly into the front of your battery. Show you how that works. Basically, you got the connector like that, hooks onto your battery, so you don't have to open up your battery box or mess around with any of that stuff. So it hooks directly onto there. So this will keep your battery charged as long as the sun's shining, and even if the sun's not quite shining as hot as it is today, it will trickle charge your battery as well. So when you have your fridge or if your stuff running, it will keep your battery totally full. And this is our front storage box. So the upper half of the front storage box is basically in behind the headboard. And the lower part opens like that. You got tons of storage in there. And we put 2 doors on it. So you can actually reach from the other side. If you lose something, and your arms aren't long enough, you can reach in from this side. And it's wide open, as you can tell. Hey, how are you? So here you go, guys. Here's the front storage box. There's tons of room in here. You can put in your camping chairs, your axe, your stuff you need for whatever, your wiener sticks, you name it. It's just tons of storage space. Like I said, the upper part here is from the inside. So yeah, there you go. Storage for you. Anyways, we just want to tell you something else that we do at Gnome Homes. We are Transport Canada certified. Our number is 4B4, which allows us to put on our own serial numbers, which is totally awesome. We're actually very proud of that. The other thing we do is we start off, all of our frames are galvanized, all LED lights. They all run through the frames. We only use timber and axles now, Canadian made product. So they're just a totally strong and wicked trailer. It's a welded frame, gets dunked in galvanized in zinc, and here we are. So that's our base. So here we are underneath the awning, which is awesome. On a hot day like today, it's nice to have a little bit of shade. You can put your picnic table out here. Even if it's raining, it just gives you that extra square footage, extra space where you can be dry, right? The awnings we get custom made for Gnome Homes, which have actually, instead of using plastic connectors, they use cast aluminum, which is awesome. They're telescopable, moving in and out. And pretty much this awning will stand all by itself, and it's got the ripstop fabric in it. So when it rips a little bit, it stops ripping, totally folds up, stays on your trailer, and it doesn't fly away. So we mount it onto our custom roof rack that we have, like we showed you earlier. So it's all totally secure. You don't have to take the whole thing off and put it in your car when you're driving down the road. So it's totally awesome. So here we are at the hatch, the back, the kitchen area of our lovely Gnome Homes. And here we go. A couple of lights, all wired in. Tons of storage. Nice drawers. Lots of extra room. So here's the stove. You can basically just cook right here if you want to. Set it up. Flip all the sides in. Take your propane hook up, hang it onto the site, hang your propane bottle here, and then you can cook right here if you want. Just start it up, just like the regular stoves. Nice thing about this one as well, if you don't want to cook here, or make it greasy or dirty, you just pick up your stove, you put it on your picnic table. So you're not forced to cook in your kitchen and make it all smelly and stinky. Depending on what it is and dirty, depending on what it is you're cooking. We also put in, this client wanted the Dometic freezer combo. And these things are totally awesome. Because right now this thing is sitting at 3 degrees Celsius. And you can also turn them into a freezer. So they're really, really well if you don't want to haul any ice. They're a wicked little fridge. Yeah, so there you go. And this customer also has an inverter built in, which is this one right here. It's basically take the battery power, like I mentioned earlier, and turns it into 110. So you just flip the switch. Now you've got power here and on the inside. And I'll tell you why this is so important. Because if you're kind of like me, you try to have a little refreshment when you're on your holiday. It's always good to bring one of these. Take a little bit of ice. A little bit of tequila. A little bit more. I don't have real lime juice, but this will have to do. A little bit of agave. Cheers, folks. Oh yeah, good stuff. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video about the Wonder Earth built by Gnome Homes. If you want to go to our website, please do so. Go to gnomehomeinc.com. And remember, folks, get out there, live a little.